Oh yeah, today's the day. We're gonna have a talk while I'm drinking a beer. I may not be by the riverside like Base Camp Chris. Hey Base Camp Chris, shout out. You got a good channel. Love it, man. But refrigerator cold anyway. Okay. So, you guys have found a little old channel called Area 58 Mysteries. And I'm Teresa Parker, your host. Cheers to you for 1, subscribing, and 2, for liking. Haven't had a lot of comments, but I sure am hoping to get some, and I'm also hoping to get you guys to write in your spooky stories, I don't care what the subject, and send it to area58mysteries@gmail.com. Cheers. When I was a kid, my dad was so cool. When he'd pop an Oli, and I was a little big kid, and I'd say, "First sip, Dad, first sip." Sure as anything, he'd always give me the first cold, that first cold sip. And it's always the best one, isn't it? I think so anyway. So let's get to it. First off, again, I'm Teresa Parker, and you're listening to Area 58 Mysteries. Hopefully you're watching me too. I'd like to talk about something kind of unusual today. Now, it's relating to 2 things that at least one thing that I know about, and one thing I'd like to know about. I research myself, but, you know, I've never seen a Bigfoot. So, I have seen ghosts. And I think I don't know if it's controversial or not to say this, but you know, there are ghost hunters out there who everything they see is a ghost, and there are Bigfoot people out there who everything they see is related to Bigfoot. And that's okay. Hey, I'm not going to put anybody down for doing anything. Getting out in the field one way or the other is paramount to finding anything halfway decent to spark your interest. So, what I want to talk about is people that are equating both orbs and shadows to Bigfoot. If you know, you know what I'm talking about. I've seen, I'm just going to use an example because it's the best one. On a show called Expedition Bigfoot. It's on Discovery, I believe. And I think they're going to go into maybe their fourth season coming up. I admire those people for a couple of different reasons. One, it's their passion. I'm always happy that people have passion about whatever it is that they're doing, because that is the stuff of life. Creativity, they're creating out there. I really love that. I'm a creative person myself, so I really appreciate that as well. They're thinking outside the box. Oftentimes, you know, sorry, I took a shower and I have water in my ears. You know, they're thinking outside the box. They're doing stuff that's probably never been done. Maybe it's been done, but they're doing it on a little bit grander scale just because they have the budget. And they're doing DNA stuff, and like a lot of people. So I could appreciate what they're doing, but one particular episode I saw was where 2 people were near a riverbed, and male-female investigators, and it was the craziest thing, but they did catch it on camera, and I'm going to hope that nothing was hoaxed, but let's just assume it was all up and up, because I'm an actor, and I happen to know that producers will cheat. They'll lie. They'll do things behind your back in the paranormal reality world, and you won't know any different. You'll think it's some real evidence, but it's not. It's manufactured. They just don't tell you, so you have plausible deniability, and I've actually seen this in person. So Yeah, it's not beyond them to do stuff, but let's just assume this is legit as hell, because I have no way of knowing that it isn't. But they caught what they thought was some sort of a shadow. It looked very much like a person running, a very tall, skinny person running. I mean, you know, super tall and super big. And it was going on the, I'm just going to call it a wall of cliff. There was a cliff there, and it was like a flat wall, and then led down to a river. And first off, they didn't know what it was, and no one really does. Let's just call it what it is. It's a theory, right? It's a total theory. There's nothing concrete about anything in the paranormal world. That's why they call it paranormal. You right? Cheers again. So it was surmised that this was Bigfoot cloaking. What? Bigfoot cloaking. Okay. I'm not going to say Bigfoot can't cloak. That's a theory people have. I don't care if someone even saw it. It's still a theory because they can't prove it. Can't recreate it. But I got another thought on this. And mine is, you know, a theory as well, obviously. But when people say that Bigfoot is cloaking, they've said it basically disappears into the leaves or whatever. I mean, you can't see it. A la, you know, Predator, some situation like that. And I know there's been a few people that have said that, probably more than a few, but I don't know that I believe that at all. And I definitely don't believe that they saw a cloaked Bigfoot in the form of a shadow running until it disappeared. I'm going to tell you what I think it was. Because I have been someone who has seen, I'm going to count them. About 6 ghost animals. 6 of them. That's just off the top of my head. And all but one sighting was dark, like a dark shadow. It was see-through. I take that back, all but 2. One was absolutely not see-through. That was the freakiest one of them all, and I talked about it a couple of weeks ago. Check out my podcast having to do with unexplained. Yeah, it was a black apparition. I'll never understand what that was. But all but 2 of them were monotone, let's say. Black, see-through. One of them looked like a ribbon. Yeah, I know. Crazy. But all of them were I could see through them to some degree. Not wholly. It's not like it was just barely misty. It was very dark. All of the subjects were. And they all were on the move. Every last one of them, not a single one of them was sitting still. And so what I propose that they saw, which is, you know, it's an interesting subject for most people that like paranormal and like this sort of stuff. I'm proposing that it was just leftover energy or residual. Excuse me, that is, residual is leftover. Or it could have been manifesting energy. Now, my theory, got nothing to hang it on. Let's put it that way. We have nothing to hang it on. But my theory is that with all those people, because those crews, it's not just the 2 people on camera. It's camera people, it's producers, directors, all kinds of people are out there, you know, at any given time. I don't mean right in that moment in time. But I believe all that technology and human intervention, if you will, into this area, and whatever area they're in, is creating energy. And I think whatever's manifesting is taking the energy from them. It's long been held an absolute truth that when you get into certain situations, your camera batteries go dead. Your recorders go dead. whatever other equipment goes dead. It's been seen, it's been reproduced time after time after time where things go dead because something's sucking out the power of it, the energy of it. And I think that's what's going on in these situations, that we've got, just because it looked long and lanky, I'm not even saying it was Bigfoot energy, like a dead Bigfoot. That's not what I'm saying. I'm saying it's humanoid of some sort. It's gathering energy from around it, from previously unknown sources. I mean, they came to it, into the forest, and it manifests because of what's going on. That's what I think. I don't think it's cloaking. I think it's a previous human spirit that is manifesting as much as it can, making itself black. And because it doesn't have all the power that it needs, it's see-through. That's my theory. Now look, you can disagree with me all day long, and I hope you do. I hope you disagree with me and give me some other ideas, and then I'm going to put that in my brain and think about it for a little bit. But what I can't accept is instantly going to straight to, oh, that's a cloaking Bigfoot. Give me a break. That just sounds good. And then that leads me to the other thing. I've told you guys before, but I have a ghost hunting background. I started getting into it mid-2000. And so I've seen a few things, you know. And if you all remember the cottage industry that was, ghost hunters, everybody and their brother was doing it. Those folks would always say, and I have to agree with them, that orbs are really, really rare. Real ones are rare. And what that means is that there's an energy attached to some sort of, you know, that's attached, that's coming together. I shouldn't say attached. That's coming together. Energy is coming together and manifesting itself into self-illuminating light. The reason why I believe in them is because I've seen one. Minding my own damn business here at the ranch, and one night I saw one. It was that big around, and it was orange, and it moved in a space of about that much, and it was self-illuminating. It was bright orange. It flickered. Half of it went lighter, half of it went darker, like, you know, flickered in the middle. Well, sphere flickered one side brighter than the other, and then it disappeared. So I do believe in orbs. I just don't believe that they are as prevalent as some ghost hunters want to believe, because you can pat your bed, put a light on and a camera, and you got all kinds of orbs. Well, technically those are orbs because of the way they hit the light, but they're not self-illuminating, which means they're not energetic, spiritual, whatever, you know. And so that's another thing that a theory that I have, and that is people say that orbs are Bigfoot, or orbs are only come around Bigfoot, or they're manifested by Bigfoot, or I guess there's other things that they say about it, but I don't believe that, actually. I think what it is when they manifest, Bigfoot isn't causing them to manifest. I believe that, well, let me back up. What I mean to say is, consciously, they aren't. I think Bigfoot, like people, are energetic for things like orbs that are made of nothing but energy. And, you know, just like anything that has energy, if it can suck energy from other things, it can manifest. And I think that's what's going on. I think they're completely separate things. Orbs and Bigfoot. Completely separate. That isn't to say that you wouldn't see one near one, but that is to say that it's because of the other thing that you're seeing it, not because Bigfoot is manifesting it. I don't believe that. I don't believe that. Just a theory. It's just a theory, you guys. I don't know. You know, if you know more than I do, please tell me. I'm going to spill my beer down here. I'm going to pour the rest of it into my little glass, not so little. Again, cheers to you. I sound like I'm already drunk. Cheers to you guys. I might not do this very often, but today's hot, so I'm drinking a beer. And I gotta say, it's pretty darn refreshing and tasty. And drink them if you got them. So anyway, that's what I think. I don't think that shadow figure that they saw was some sort of cloaking Bigfoot, and I don't think Bigfoot manifest orbs. I think these are completely separate things from the big species that we know as Bigfoot, Sasquatch, and other names. You know, Native Americans all across this nation, particularly, they all have their own special name for Bigfoot. You don't give a special name to a mythical creature. You also don't put a mythical creature on the side of a cave when you're a man from 10,000 years ago, or whatever, however many years ago, 2,000, well, yeah, 2,000, whatever. You don't. You put real animals, the ones that you know, up on caves. I was reminded of this the other day. I went to a casino, and this was in Porterville, California, Golden Eagle, or Eagle Mountain. Yeah, Eagle Mountain, maybe. Anyway, it's a Native American casino. And inside, it's near Thule, and the Thule, it's owned by the Thule Reservation folks, and they have a huge carving of one of their cave paintings, one from the Thule people from long ago, and it's sitting there, you know, with its arms out and kind of scary looking, and its eyes are red, and there's lines coming off the eyes. It's just huge, and they've got one of those in the casino, and I went, oh, that was the coolest thing. I'll see if I can find that photo and slip it in, you know, somewhere on this podcast. But what do you guys think? I've gone 17 and a half minutes now. What do you guys think? Do you think they're related? I think they're only related in that the energy is being sucked from that large species by spiritual energy, leftover energy, whatever you want to call it. That's what I think. I mean, I'm sure it's not way out there in the realm of thinking any more than believing in Bigfoot. So there you go. Hey, guys, it's been fun to talk about this and share beer with you. I really just, I have so many topics I want to talk to you about, and I plan on coming here more often than not to, you know, break it all open, talk about it. And I've enjoyed today, and I've enjoyed this beer, cooling me off, and I hope you guys aren't too hot in the middle of summer. Until next time, this is your host, Teresa Parker, and you're listening to Area 58 Mysteries, and go grab a cold one. You guys have a good day.